Hi, I'm Jeanique, and I'm an expert on florals because that is what I primarily wear. Okay, maybe not an expert, but I love them so much that I know more than my fair share, and I'm going to share it with you. Today, I'm getting into some soft florals that I particularly enjoy, and we get different types of flowers here, bouquets, solo flowers. It doesn't matter. The point is, there are florals in here for every type of perfume wearer, and I hope you find something here you're intrigued by. Plants are everywhere and they have been trending, and because of that, florals have been pushed to the back of the bus and no one is paying attention to them. But the reality is that florals are some of the most dynamic fragrances out there, and they run the gamut of hard, in-your-face florals to soft, really demure florals. There's so many options out there. Now, I know that the current sentiment is that florals are old-fashioned or matronly or old school, but that's not the case. The fact of the matter is that there's so many different types of florals out there that there might be one that just perfectly suits you. In today's video, I'm going to get into some of these soft florals in my collection that I absolutely love, and I find it's easy to recommend these to people who don't generally wear floral fragrances because they're so restrained and feminine and sweet and lovely that you will probably find something here you can enjoy even if you don't expect to.
Looks like I lost my favorite times.
The first fragrance I want to talk about is Vera Wang EDP. This is this little guy. I got this perfume for the first time almost 20 years ago from my parents. They bought this for me. This has been out since 2003, so it's been on the market for a very long time. And I remember smelling this and thinking, this is gonna be my fancy grown-up perfume, right? There's something about this that is just very ladylike, right? It's very restrained and soft and pretty. What we have in here is a citrusy opening with bergamot, and then you have gardenia and lily, which is slightly sweet, creamy, waxy in the mid, and this sweet sandalwood in the dry down. It's very restrained, it's very soft, it isn't too in your face, and it just kind of lays on the skin and feels very delicate. It's an incredibly pretty perfume. Now, this is something you can find on like discount websites, and it costs in the $30 to $45 range, so very, very affordable. But really what you're getting, the whole energy and vibe of this is like an English tea with friends. There's something very restrained and soft, like you should be wearing pearls when you wear this. That's the energy it gives, and it's absolutely lovely. The next fragrance I have here is easily one of the most complimented fragrances in my collection. Every time I leave the house with this on, I get people stopping me and asking me what I'm wearing, and it's Jimmy Choo I Want You. I had to track this down because for a while this was sold out in all my local stores, and I was like, I'm gonna need to get it because I tried a sample of this from like a discovery set, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it. It was in my top 5 from that discovery set, and it was on my radar to be purchased, but then I left the house in it and people kept stopping me and asking me what I was wearing, and it completely changed my feeling about it because there's something about being complimented on the street by a stranger about your perfume that makes you think, oh my god, I must smell really good. And that's exactly what was happening. So this is a lot sweeter than the Vera Wang. It opens up with peach and with mandarin orange, so a much more citrusy pronounced sweetness in the opening. We also have vanilla and woods in here. We have a little bit of oak moss as well, but in the mid we have jasmine and we have a lily. So like the last one, which also had lily, we have lily in here as well, and you get that. So it's very similar to the last one in terms of the citrus and the lily in the mid and the woods in the base, but we have some vanilla and some sweeter fruit here that make it stand out a little bit more. So the fruit balances out the floral really nicely because you're getting, you know, a little bit of both here, and it is really intoxicating and addictive. Whereas the last one, you're at like an English tea and you're very much a lady. With this one, you're maybe wearing like a Hervé Leger dress. Is that how it's pronounced? You're wearing something that's a little bit sexier, but still very flirty. This isn't quite like a club fragrance, but I would say it's a nice wine bar fragrance, and it's really pretty and complimentary, and you do get complimented on it when you wear it. Absolutely. So I know that the original Giorgio Armani My Way gets a lot of play and a lot of compliments, and for good reason. I think it's a lovely fragrance, but to be fair, I think this might be my favorite of the My Way fragrances. So I have My Way and I have My Way Intense, but this is My Way Floral, and I think this doesn't get the hype it truly deserves. So what is in this? This is a citrus balm meets florals. So what is in this as far as citrus? There's a lot of them. We have green mandarin, so not as sweet as the last one. So the Jimmy Choo had fresh, ripe mandarin orange. This has a green mandarin orange. It also has bitter orange, and that is the most pronounced citrus note you get in here. That bitterness comes through in a way that is very distinct and I think very lovely. You also have neroli in this, and you have orange blossom. Now, orange blossom very often has this creaminess and this sort of animalic quality to it that just offers a bit more sex appeal and sexiness to a fragrance. The main floral note in this though is tuberose. Now, tuberose is one of my favorite, if not my favorite floral note, because it has like this indolic element, this sweetness, this creaminess about it, and in the base you have musk and woods. Really what you're getting is that really bitter orange and the creamy sweet tuberose together that create this really nice balance. There's something very sensual about this. When I picture what you'd be wearing in this, I always picture a kind of silk slip dress. There's something ultra feminine and soft but understated about it, where it's there but barely there dressing, and it's almost overtly sensual but also kind of demure as well. That's what this gives. The next fragrance I have here goes in a completely different direction and presents a lot fresher and brighter and less silky and sensual, but still incredibly beautiful, and it is Mariah Carey M. Now, this doesn't get the hype it deserves. This is an old school fragrance, yes, but you can find it at places like Shoppers and Winners. I've seen this in Shoppers. That's where I bought mine. I walked in to get something else and saw it on sale, and I was like, yes, thank you, I'm getting that, and I was very happy to. This smells really nice, and it's just a lovely fragrance. Okay, so the thing you mostly get with this is gardenia, and you know how gardenias can sometimes smell a little spoiled, like overripe fruit. You're getting that, but not too in your face, and that is balanced out by all the citrus that's in here. We got orange, we got bergamot, so we have a lot of citrus to help balance and pair back that gardenia. But if you love a gardenia perfume, and why wouldn't you, gardenias are amazing, then this is a great presentation of a gardenia fragrance. We have musk, we have woods in the base, but mostly what you're getting is citrus and gardenia. Like, what else can you ask for $20? If it's going to last a long time, then why not? So where are you wearing this? I think this is a fantastic fragrance to go to work in the daytime, to grab lunch with friends, and this is a great fragrance to run errands in. I think that citrus is so pronounced and so in your face that it is a fantastic everyday fragrance. You want something inexpensive, $20 that you can wear every day and feel like you smell nice without trying too hard, then this is the one. This is it. This is phenomenal. I love this one. So the next one, like I mentioned, is from Sarah Jessica Parker, and it's Born Love. Look at this little guy, it's cute, right? You can usually find the lovely line at Shoppers, Winners, TJ Maxx, all the things for $20 or so, and I got mine at Shoppers one day, and I am telling you, the lovely line is so fantastic. I could have very easily used the original lovely, which is a little bit woodier and more in your face, but it's not quite a soft floral in the way I'm defining it today, but Born Lovely is. So what does this smell like? It is lovely. It is soft, it's demure, but it's a little bit sweeter and spicier than some of the fragrances that I've mentioned today. So in the opening, You have some citrus notes, you have peony, you have mandarin orange, you have cassis, which offers a bit more spiciness and greenness. In the mid, you have freesia, which has a lot more spiciness to it, and you have honeysuckle, and you have orange blossom, which gives that like indolic element. In the base, we have cedar, which is a darker wood, and that makes this even nicer, right? So we don't have our standard sandalwood like we have in a lot of other fragrances. Instead, we have cedar, which is a darker wood, and we have some patchouli, which offers a bit of greenness to this. This is a very complex fragrance, but it is soft at the same time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and keep coming back for more videos because I'm going to keep making these if you keep showing up. Where do I go with the next one? This is unlike anything that I've mentioned today in that it is a green floral fragrance, and it's this little guy here, this little cutie. It's Jennifer Lopez still. Now, most of my fragrances from Jennifer Lopez are party fragrances, club fragrances. There's an exception. This is very much an everyday fragrance. What's mostly in here? It is a white floral meets green note. So it's a more of a green floral compared to some of the ones I've had before, which are closer to fruity and sweeter florals. We have jasmine and lily of the valley in here, which are fresher white florals. We also have some Earl Grey tea in this. We have some honeysuckle. We have apple. I love the smell of green apple. That tartness, that bite, that freshness is really, really lovely. And there's a bit of black pepper in this as well, and some iris in the base for a very mild powderiness. Like, you don't have a lot of powdery. It's more airy than powdery, and the combination is this like fresh, just got out of the shower, bright, open, happy perfume that does really, really well when it's hot out, right? Like, this is the perfume you want to reach for, this sort of bright freshness when it's really sunny, you're out in a bright yellow dress like this one, and you just want something light to play off of your skin. I do smell salt in here. Maybe it's the musk that just smells like skin scent, and a little bit of pepper to play off of your skin to give a little bit of lively happiness. This is a lovely everyday fragrance, the kind of thing you'd wear to the gym, or you'd wear to run errands, to grab a Starbucks with friends. It's very straightforward, but it's very lovely and very complimentary. So if you don't want something too sweet or too creamy, you're getting a lot of freshness with this one. It's really great. You knew I had to come with a soft rose for you. There was no way for me to do this list without including a couple soft roses for people who want a rosy fragrance but not that old school sort of matronly rose. And I mean, is it obvious or is it obvious? It's Lancome A Doll. I love this one. I'm not saying it's been used heavily, but you can see like it's gotten somewhere from me because it's a fantastic go-to work fragrance, and I do add it to my tray occasionally for that purpose, and I do enjoy it. I really enjoy this one. So this is a rose fragrance mixed with a little bit of musk and some pear for sweetness. Everything in this is really pulled back. When I think about this fragrance, I think about like brunch out with friends on like a Sunday fun day type of vibe, but make it classy. There's something about this that is just very ladylike to me, in the same way that I think Vera Wang does it really well with her EDP version of this sort of soft floral, wearing florals in the daytime. There's something about this that, because it's rose, and rose to me reads a little classier than a lot of other florals, this reads as a very classy fragrance. No, I know a lot of people think of Lancome A Doll as a kind of a basic ass fragrance that everybody has tried, everybody has worn, that, you know, it's nothing revolutionary. But sometimes you don't want revolutionary, you just want something pretty that sits well, that everyone around you can agree smells nice on you, and this is what this does. It is a soft rose with a little bit of sweetness from pear and some musk, and it sits on the skin really nicely. It performs really well, and you can usually find this for the $60 to $100 range at places like Sephora. I got this as a part of a gift set, so I got a travel size as well, and I have been fully enjoying this one. The travel size is already finished and now I'm onto the bottle and enjoying that one. I love this one, and if you are a rose girly, then you can't go wrong with Lancome. We gotta have at least 2 types of rose. And the second one here is Oscar de la Renta's Rosa Amor. There's another one that you can find in discount sections of your local shoppers, or you can find on discount websites, usually for under $20, usually about $15, and I think it's more than worth it. It's an old school fragrance from about 2004, so it's been around for a very long time. And that's why it's so inexpensive, but it is worth the money. Number one, it performs really well. The bottle is really cute. It really does read kind of 80s, doesn't it? There's something about it. But what's in here? It is a very young rose. So with Lancome A Doll, you get a more pronounced rose smell. Not matronly rose, but very pronounced that it is rose. This one is rose mixed with a few other florals like gardenia and freesia, but it's mostly rose that's in here, but it's very young and fresh. The interesting thing is that we have this very pronounced mandarin orange in the opening, and you smell the juicy mandarin orange in this. You can smell the orange rind in this, and it's really nice. And on top of that, we have tonka bean in the base and tobacco. Now, I understand if smoky notes aren't for everybody, but I do love a smokiness, and the sweetness of the mandarin orange, the freshness of the rose with that smoky tobacco with the creamy sweetness of the tonka bean, I think is a fantastic combination. I think this is also a really nice everyday fragrance. I use this as a daytime fragrance, so the kind of fragrance that I would wear if I'm running to grab lunch with friends, or if I have like a lunchtime date but I want to smell kind of sensual without being overly so. I think that tobacco adds like a really seductive element to it, to the soft floral, to make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit sexier. And I think this is a fantastic one, especially because of the price. Love this one. Next fragrance I want to talk about, yes, we got another rose. I promise it's the last one. I just grouped them in the middle so we could get through them and talk about them a little bit, but this is the fruity rose of the bunch, in that it is the sweetest of the 3. It's the youngest rose, and this is the kind of rose you might not even notice there's rose in here, but I do, and let's talk about it. It is C Passion Eclat. No, I have C Passion and C, and I really enjoy all 3. Each of them offers something a little bit different. So the great thing about C Passion Eclat, when you first spray it, it is this overwhelming sweetness from the black currant. There's some bergamot here, but mostly what you're getting is very sweet fruit, and you have 2 types of rose in the mid, which eventually present themselves. In the base, we have musk and we have vanilla. So this is a sweeter version of rose, where rose is kind of playing either a supporting role sometimes, but sometimes it's out in front, right? The dry down of this is a very bright, fresh rose, but the experience up to the dry down is very sweet fruit mixed with vanilla and musk, which is really pleasant and lovely if those are some notes that you really enjoy, and they are notes that I really enjoy. So I'm not saying I have a favorite of all of these, but if I did, it would be this one. It's Valentino's Voce Viva. Oh my goodness. This is a beautifully blended fragrance. We have gardenias here as the main floral note. It's very soft, it's very supple, it's very voluptuous, it's very sensual. In the opening, we have bergamot, we have mandarin orange, which we've seen before, but what is nice is we have a little bit of ginger in the opening, and that just makes it more intoxicating, inviting, a little spicy, a little bit sexier. In the base, we have some oak moss, which gives a little bit of green freshness to the fragrance to cut through some of that sweetness we can get from the sweet fruit. We have some tonka bean here to make it a little bit smoother and rounder, and we have some musk and some sandalwood. It is a lovely fragrance. The hype around Voce Viva is totally warranted. It's the kind of fragrance you'd wear to like your anniversary dinner. It is absolutely signature scent worthy, in my opinion, which is why I have this big ass bottle, because I wear this, I enjoy this, I feel ultra feminine and ultra sexy whenever I wear this. I usually wear this fragrance out at night to get drinks, to get dinner with, like, it's very much a date night fragrance for me. But I have worn this in the daytime to work, and I do get a lot of compliments on Voce Viva because You know what? People love this for a reason, right? There's a reason this is as popular as it is. It is not overhyped by any means. This is a lovely one if you want a soft floral that can transition from day to night, that reads both demure but also sexy, and that really lasts and performs beautifully. Like, this is the ultimate soft floral in my opinion. So whereas I love My Way floral and it's in the top, one of the top fragrances for me, Valentino's Viva is kind of unstoppable in how it can make you smell and feel while you're wearing it. This is just absolutely lovely and you need to check this one out. Absolutely. That's everything for me. 10 of my favorite soft florals in my collection. Do I have more than 10? Yes. Because I absolutely love and I'm obsessed with a phenomenal soft floral, because I think it's some of the most complementary types of fragrances any woman can wear. I think they read well to others and I think it makes us feel really sensual and good about ourselves. So I hope there's something here that screams your name, something that, you know, you are enticed and intoxicated by, that you maybe want to check out down the road. Check them out. Let me know if anything here sounds like it might be up your alley. I would love to hear about it. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you checking out my video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and keep coming back for more because I want you here.
You've been on the mind. I've been seeing